right? So Austin is asking, hey, there's a policy around freemium. You just want, it's not hard to acquire a user, but it's hard to get them pay, right? So yeah, to address some of them, absolutely right. Actually, one thing I'll try to touch on that in two aspects. One is what's really working well for a lot of the AI companies starting off is getting to zero. If they have a even okay product, getting the traffic from a 0 to 1 seems really easy, because there are newsletters, there are influencers, there are organic channels, there are paid channels, and right now, if you have the AI keywords in there, it's actually very easy to get early readers to join you. And then there are, I do want to call to this newsletter called AI Secret, right? I was talking to the founder of this company. They were trying to launch their product. They were talking to the newsletter, and newsletter all charge a high fee. So they went ahead and created their own newsletter, which now has a 500K readers. And they feel so painful of this channel being so hard for the founder to leverage. They make it a lot easier for people to collaborate with them. So yeah, if you all need a boost, to talk to the AI Secret. It's a great team. They can help you. They are a huge propeller for the 0 to 1. And the more and more people figure out, right, how to do the product hunt very easily. So all those traffic are pretty easy. And what else is it's useful for that. So yeah, well, short answer is yes, it's not hard to get free users, right? But getting retention, it's a lot harder. So to answer that question, I would say there are some really good examples to look at. So I do want to call out this company, maybe two names I like to throw out here. One is the one called HeyGen. It's an AI video generator. So they had a famous story, right? They went from 0 to 1 million in what, 7 months? Then another, they went from a 1 to 20 million AR, 20 months, right, or 18 months. So pretty crazy traction. And the reason how they do that is they turn the initial prosumer or individual users and they quickly iterate into a more sticky use case, and they were trying hard to pivot the messaging from just a random video creation into the professional use cases, such as the marketing how-to, into the sales video, right? Something that's a lot more recurring. And then they use a lot of product hackings to encourage people to subscribe. So definitely, Holly, I know you're familiar with this product too. Feel free to add in. This is just the one case where you go from initial traction into more of a retained, sustainable user base from here on. So anything to add, Holly, from your end?
Yeah, absolutely. This is like a topic dear to my heart, and we've been talking a lot with the founders I work with. Very often you would see a large number of free users, very cheap to acquire, especially if they're coming from like certain countries and certain regions. It's like cents per user, like on a CAC basis. But these users, they don't pay. The free to paid conversion rate is like in the 0.0 whatever percentage range. And then you have regions or type of users who have like a single digit free to paid conversion rate, but they're like smaller and such. So the one of the strategies we're doing is we know, like, designing the viral mechanisms where you can actually utilize these free users as your viral distributors. And these free users can actually, like if you design the viral mechanism well, these free users can be sharing your content, or using tactics like watermarks and others to expose your brand into audiences that could pay you. So these are like very similar to a Slack model or other PLG product model, where the free users are actually your advocates, and they're getting other users to come in and try your products. And some of these customers they attracted will end up being your paid customers. So like designing a viral mechanism to utilize your free users to attract other potentially paid users is important. And two is actually from a fundamental perspective, what worked really well for PLG companies is getting the free users, creating habit enough so that they cannot live without the product, so that they will have to pay when they cannot live without the product. So if you're the assumption is if you're attracting the right users who are actually the target audience who can take value out of your product, and they continue to use your product and finding value from using it, and to a certain extent, either their usage reached a ceiling, or they need to get the rest of their team on the product, or they want to have better security, privacy control, and they will upgrade into a paid version of your product. So actually designing those tiers and the conversion trigger points for your paid plans is a critical part of AI products coming from a free to paid mechanism.